Alright students, this is the next part of your packet, and turn to the page Totally Tubular. So Malaya is painting the outside of a gift box that she is decorating for her brother's graduation. If each tube of paint covers 100 square inches, how many tubes of paint will she need to purchase to paint all 6 sides of the box? Now this is a surface area problem, but in the question it doesn't tell you surface area. So we have to look for key components and keywords that tell us that this is surface area. Well, the first clue it says is that she's painting the outside of the gift box. The outside meaning the surface. But if that wasn't another clue, they gave you another one. They said that the paint covers 100 square inches. Well, square inches is always measured in area. But that still doesn't really tell us surface area, but we know we're finding the area. But in the question that we bracketed, how many tubes of paint will she need to purchase all 6 sides of the box? All 6 sides of the box. When she's going to paint the sides of the box, that tells me that this is surface area, and all tells me that this is total surface area, that she wants to paint everything on this box. She doesn't care about what's inside it. She wants to know the outside. So these are your clues that let you know this is surface area. So in the previous worksheet, we learned that finding surface area, we find the area of the faces using the 2D net, and then we add them all together. Well, this is a 3D shape, and we don't have the 2D model. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to draw it. And so I know that a cube has 6 faces, and so I'm going to draw 6 faces. They don't have to be perfect, but your measurements need to be perfect. So I know that every side is 6 on this model, and I know that to find the area of a square, or it is area equals side squared. So I'm going to take that side length, which is 6 inches, and I'm going to times it by itself, because square means to times 6 by itself. 6 times 6, which equals 36. So if one of my squares is 36 inches squared, that means that all of my squares are 36 inches squared, because that's the great thing about a cube. All the sides are the same. So once I have found the area of all 6 of my faces and bases, I can now add them together to find the surface area. Or, since they're all the same, repeated addition is just multiplication. So 36 times the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces that make up the shape of the cube. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 3 is 18, I think, plus 3. Y'all know Miss Sanders can't multiply sometimes. Is 21. But we're not done, because the question says, well, how many tubes of paint? It didn't ask us for the surface area. It says how many tubes of paint will she need to paint the box. So we had to find the surface area to figure that out. Well, I know that 1 tube of paint covers 100 square inches. So 1 tube, these are my tubes, and then this is my square inches. So 1 tube is 100, 2 tubes is 200, but I need to cover 216 square inches of paint. I need to paint 216 square inches. So that means that I have to get another tube. Even though I'm not going to use all of the tube of paint, I still need to purchase another tube of paint. So the answer is 3 tubes of paint I will need to paint all 6 sides of this 3D box. Questions? Oh, you can ask me. You can pause to catch up. Now it's time to answer the bottom part. If Malaya decides to use a box with the dimensions that are 2 times the original, how many tubes of paint would you predict she needs to purchase? And explain your reasoning. This part I'm going to let you do on your own. So just remember that you have a box that is now 2 times as big. So the side is no longer 6, it's times 2, which is 12. So each side would be 12, and figure out how many tubes of paint would she need to purchase. And